All right, so I just saw the 2024 movie musical remake of Mean Girls, about 20 years after the first one came out. The first one is a comedy, teen comedy, high school comedy, whatever you want to call it, classic. So this one has a lot to live up to. This one is based off of that movie, the book that the original movie is based off of, and the Broadway, I believe it's Broadway play that is based off of the movie, which is based off the book. So here we go. I have not seen the Broadway play, so I don't know any of the songs, but I have seen the first movie. I didn't grow up with it or anything. I saw it when I was older, so I don't have a lot of nostalgia for it, but there are certain stuff that has entered the cultural zeitgeist that, I couldn't ignore just because it was everywhere. Certain lines from the first movie that I've always been aware of, but only, recently do I now know the context of that stuff. So all that to say, I have no nostalgic love for the first movie. I do think it is pretty good as far as teen comedies go. And I was looking forward to seeing a musical version of it. I thought that a musical is a new and imaginative way to redo this movie if you're going to remake it. Kind of like how they did The Color Purple again, but this time it was a musical. I feel like this is a creative way to retell this story. Unfortunately, for this movie, the only new thing about it is the fact that it is a musical. Everything else is almost word for word, line for line, exactly the same as the original movie. It felt like I was watching a live action Disney remake, except instead of adding one new song, all the songs were added and everything else was just exactly the same. Which is unfortunate, because this movie doesn't really have anything new to say creatively besides the music numbers. It's just, all right, this is what we're going to do for the story. It's going to be the exact same story. The characters are going to say almost the exact same things. They're all going to act the exact same way. And it's just going to be that movie again. But this time there's songs now in certain scenes. And I think for some people who really love the original, that's going to be fine because they're not tarnishing the image of the first movie in any way. It just, in my opinion, I think they're not being risky enough. There's nothing really new here. The songs, in my opinion, aren't catchy enough, and the music scenes are not as creative as they could have been. There were a couple songs here and there that were fairly creative and felt like nice music videos, but nothing bold and in your face, nothing that really swept me off my feet like The Color Purple a couple weeks ago, or other movie musicals, like La La Land or The Greatest Showman. Nothing like that. So, yeah, honestly, there's not much here to see. The performances are all really good. Everyone's giving it their all. I don't think anybody's phoning it in here. Everyone's really trying their best. And I will say that the message is surprisingly very good. It's about basically not being a bully and being nice and calling people out for being hypocrites and pointing out the fact that teenagers can be big jerks all the time. And believe me, I know how big of a jerk high school teenagers can be. So, yeah, but that is more of a testament to the original movie than this movie. So, yeah, unfortunately, not necessarily a recommendation for me. I don't think it's worth spending the money to go to the theater to watch, just because there's not enough new here to warrant that money. But yeah, if you grew up with the original Mean Girls and you're super nostalgic for it, you will probably like this just fine, but it's not going to be anything groundbreaking. So, yeah.